All right, yes, that's here. I'm an artist and author, and I'm grateful to be here again in front of you guys to draw this art piece. And yeah, hope you guys are having a great morning, wherever you are. Great afternoon, great evening, great night. Hope you're cool. Hope the day or night or evening is going well for you, wherever you are. Hope you've had a great rest. Those of you who are waking up this morning, those of you who need to go to bed, hope you guys sleep well. Don't forget to please, tell me how you feel in my chat section. Tell me what's going on in your life. Tell me anything they want to tell me in the chat, and I'll be happy to receive, you know, whatever it is that you think makes the most sense to speak to me about. So basically, here we are again, back with this art piece. I'm looking to complete it today. Pending whenever I complete this, I will likely end the live. So my live might complete later or earlier today, depends on when I finish this. Might do more work on this offline, as I tend to do. I don't want to like bore you with the details. My whole goal of doing this is to show you that it is possible for you to actually do stuff like this for yourself on a digital platform. So digital platform meaning like digital art software like um Paint, Paint.net, Medibang, whatever the going software is that you love. My recommendation is for you to find the kind of software that appeals to you and makes the most sense. So without further ado, let's get stuck into this. So grab your cup of cocoa, sit back down, and let's get stuck in, right? So I'm drawing this. I drew this water, or this body of water. I might do some more work on it. I might not. So let's see how this is gonna go. Let me just check a few things on my end. Da-da-da. Okay. Should have my brush selected. I believe everything should be fine. So basically, yeah. References are really, really cool. I love references. I don't rely on them, but yeah, references are really cool. People say, "Oh, when you don't use references, your art looks like trash." I beg to differ on that. When you've done a lot of artwork using a lot of references over the years, you will get used to using references. You will get used to drawing things in the way that kind of makes sense, for you, and that's kind of what I go with. I just try to go with things I think would be nice to look at, and if you're not sure, get a reference. Pull up Google, get your mood board going, organize it. So sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. So this is one of those days. But yeah, basically, you have a great idea what you want to achieve with your drawing. You go ahead and you achieve it, right? So I'm just trying to render something I see in my head.
Zekuk 1337. Welcome to my channel. Zekuk 1337. Said
Right.
CHCAP viewers on cut.ly slash pet 3K8XS.
Right. My favorite neighborhood bot is here. I'm not sure that's a bot, but yeah. If whoever you are, hope you're cool. And I'm really, really grateful for you being here. So thank you for joining the channel. I really appreciate it. Please feel free. Just kick up your feet, get comfortable. There's gonna be I would like to say bumpy ride, but there's not a bumpy ride. It's gonna be a smooth ride. So it's gonna be a nice ride. Not a boat, not a boat ride. It's gonna be like a plane ride. A plane ride in clear weather. uh, a private jet ride in clear weather. So yeah, just kick your feet up and sit back and enjoy. We'll be here for a bit. Again, depending on how long I finish this piece. So if I don't finish it before my closing time, then yeah. We'll be back again, and so on and so forth. But yeah, love being here with you guys. Just to let you know, and hope you guys are enjoying the live, and hope you guys are cool. Just to let you know, I have a website called yazat.me, yazart.me. It is yazart.me. That's me. And I have a novel on there, which is a horror novel. Horror genre is something I'm sure you'd love to read if you're into horror. And if you're not into horror, you just buy it. Just look at it as an introduction to horror. So basically, yeah, you'd love the story because I've been writing stories for a while, and I believe it's a gift God has given me, and I just try to share that gift to the world. So I'm independently published, as you can tell, and I would love you guys to please support me by going on there, looking for what you like. Because I also have music on there. I have a novel called, I have a music album called 12 Tribes of Yesharala. It's a doozy, and it's on there for you for your listening pleasure after you download it for a fee. And I also have merchandise as well. I have my art pieces on mugs, t-shirts, uh, phone cases, all sorts of interesting stuff you can, take to your house, give to your friends, gift your friends, give them something unique. Prices are competitive. I'm not really greedy, so I have the most competitive prices when it comes to merch. So you're very free to go on there and see what you want, get what you want, and yeah, get what you want before things go up, before things explode on here, or things get out of hand in a good way. Because yeah, sometimes things can get like 50 cents, out of control. But it's basically I'm just adding pieces to this. I'm doing a bit more here. I'm trying to give a bit more, a few more differentials to this piece to make it look a bit more watery, like Under Sandler and Waterboy. But so basically, I was trying to add these pieces on, and yeah, let you guys know how this goes. Hmm, there's something here I like. And I'm gonna try and do that before I call this because I think that's the missing piece here. So basically, I'm gonna try and do one more shade. Maybe I'll just actually like color select it. I'll try to match it in my head. Gonna color select this because I think I found exactly what I need to find. Exactly what I need. So yeah, hope you guys are having a great time. Hope your families are good. Hope husbands are good, wives are good. Hope everything is well with y'all. Hope you woke up on the right side of your bed today. Remember, things can never be that bad. As bad as things may seem to be to you, it can be worse, much worse. Um, just be grateful to God for everything and make the best of every situation, good or bad. I shouldn't forget that I have other sections here need to be focused on as well. Yeah, so you can see that this is changing now, this color. We're seeing a bit more C now. It's not supposed to be a C, by the way, it's supposed to be a ripper. Does it really matter? But yeah, it's just a body of water. Body of water. So it's basically just trying to make it look as realistic as possible, as humanly possible. Anything's possible. In God's mercy. I'm gonna keep trying to get this looking great and see how that goes. Tell me how you feel in the comment section. Tell me how things are going for you. Tell me where you are. Tell me what you're up to. I'd love to know. I really would. This might have been the better shade to use than one I had. Honest. Yeah, that looks now. Looks a lot busier, like water does. Once I finish this piece, I might just jump into something completely unrelated. I'm still undecided as to what that's going to be. Just trying to spice up the channel. As you can tell, I like to talk about things that I like to talk about truth, right? It's a truth channel. So, art is life. Life is art. Life is truth. Truth is life. They're all linked. That's why I happen to be part of that process because it's something that is undeniable. It's like Max Holloway said, "Be undeniable." Well, yeah, it's not me. It's like the truth. The truth is undeniable. So yeah, I like to say the truth, and yeah, I'm not trying to rub anyone the wrong way when I do. Just trying to say things, call things as I see them. Right now, I'm using my sergeant brush for this piece. I've been using my sergeant brush, as you guys know, for the majority of this. I just use other brushes like my concept art jitter brush and my HB pencil for drawing, my line art. Trying to think what else I've used. I've used the white stroke brush for more definition. I have other brushes for that, but I haven't really searched through. I'm just using what I have to hand. Just showing you that you can literally do whatever you want with any brush you want. I could do all this in one brush, by the way. I don't need to switch brushes and just do it because I can. And that's what you need to do when you get your art software. Like I told you, anyone can come on here and pick up a digital software of their choice, because it depends on what style you like. If you do have a style, if you don't have a style, just pick up any one you want, free or paid. I would probably suggest you pick up a free one first. See how that goes for you. Get your clip your wings, like build your confidence with that one. And then when you know what you want, if you feel the need to, because a lot of this free software can do everything. You don't really need to go to anywhere else once you get those software. Just stay what you have, and they do the job. So I recommend you getting something that's free and then sticking with that for the foreseeable future, while you just doodle in it, just like you do on paper. A lot of artists get a lot of value out of doodling. I used to do that a lot as well as an artist when I was younger. I used to do a lot of doodling. I have this big like sketchbook hardcover. I used to draw stuff in, just randomly draw stuff in. People used to watch me draw stuff in. And I used to do stories as well there. I used to do a lot of different stuff. People used to go through my stuff and they used to like my stuff. So yeah, I got that a long time ago. So I know I have what it takes to write a good story. I know what it takes to, give people stuff they want to read. People used to read my stuff over publications, like over comics, and graphic novels and everything. They would literally want to read my own stuff because used to help people bring all kinds of stuff to school, and they would bring that stuff and they would ask me for my stuff before they asked for that. And sometimes I'd borrow it out so much that it would get torn. You get so torn up and stuff. It's like you get so pissed up. And like guys, be like, no. Some people try to actually keep your stuff when you give it to them. So yeah, it's also like a running battle. You want people to see your work, but you don't want them to take your work away. That makes any sense. So it's just like a running battle. So I've been learning a lot since then, and yeah, I didn't have the first clue about how to reproduce my work. If I did, I would just photocopied it to the photocopy school and then do what they wanted that one, keep the original at home. But yeah, I never had it. Like I didn't know about stuff like this. I just didn't have the resources for that. That's one of the things that kills us a lot as artists is resources. That's why sometimes a lot of people just get demotivated when it comes to really indulging in their abilities and skills because what they really want to do. Some people just want to do traditional style and they can't because they can't afford to buy the their materials, what they need to actually draw the art pieces. So it's like even I myself as a kid, I used to love watercolor. I used to love um, the idea of oil painting. I say the idea of it because I could rarely ever get proper oil paint myself. I know, I had friends who used to do it, but anytime I asked them how, they never really gave me a straight answer. And some of them said that some people would actually send it to them from abroad. So yeah, that's something I never had. Never had that facility to be able to get materials, do what I wanted. I had to just use what I had. So I had to use pencil colors because pencil colors was commonplace. Watercolors, I didn't want to use as much because of my paper. Because you say I'm drawing like a panel, a comic panel, and you're painting it. It's gonna show, at the back, obviously, right? So unless you want to draw one a page, which I couldn't afford to do because I wanted to draw on both sides. So the only way I could sustain drawing on both sides was using either crayons or using pencil color. That was the only way. That's why I fell in love with pencil colors because they do a very good job. They don't wash. They enable you to color to the highest level. If you get good pencil colors, because there's good and bad ones. There's ones that are kind of brittle, and there's ones that are very soft. There's ones that are very they're just on point. Like as soon as you put the pen to paper, it puts the particles on the paper in an appreciable way. So those are the ones I tend to gravitate towards. And yeah, if I find I have a good seller, then I tend to go back to them if I finish. If I lose my pencil colors, and I also used to use markers as well. So I used to have like these tiny markers. We used to buy all the time. I wasn't the biggest fan of them, but if I did use markers, then I would use them like all through the my story, right? Other than mixing and matching, I don't mix. So it's either I use pencil colors or I use markers. Markers are really cool when you can have when they work, right? So obviously the issue of markers that they finish. When they finish, you have to make sure you buy a good one, otherwise it's not gonna match what you had there previously. So everything has its own uh, process, its own limits, right? So you have to make sure you know exactly what your limit is and what you have. So I had to cut my coat according to my size then, and that's basically what I had to do to be able to get my art to the level I needed it to be. And times I gave people my work, then they would just take my work away and I would never see it again. you know. But you know how it is as an artist. If you do this stuff like you take it's something you take like really seriously. It doesn't really bother you as much. And when I'm saying it doesn't bother me, it's like my coping mechanism, because you can't cry over spilled milk, and especially when it has to do with the person that has taken it from you. You know that they're not going to be the most reasonable giving it back to you. So you just have to just kind of move on, and just charge it to the game. And maybe one day when things explode, as God continues to bless me, that maybe one day they'll present it and say, "Oh, this guy drew this and stuff." To come from nowhere. You never know how God to do things, man. God has a way of doing things that is beyond our understanding. So yeah, just look at it in a positive, optimistic perspective. So I prefer to look at things that way rather than trying to be negative about it. And also, I was on a journey. I felt like I needed to have a different direction. As God continues to change things in the life He's given me, I keep changing my direction, to make sure that it's in line with His will. So I just keep changing my direction, and that's um, that's my main focus. I'm not too attached to things when it matters. You're obviously going to appreciate what you have, what God has given you. And I'm a very appreciative person, and not very keen on letting someone take away what God has given me, right? We have the parable of the 12 virgins. 6 virgins had oil and 6 didn't have oil. And the 6 that didn't have oil asked the other 6 that had oil to share, and they said they couldn't share because they had just enough oil for their own journey. And yeah, so in certain instances, then you have to put your foot down and be like, you know, no, because you appreciate what God has given you, appreciate the work, appreciate having this peace, you appreciate what it is that He's showing you through it. So I'm not gonna just throw it away and let someone else just, override it just for the hell of it. Because as they say, you shouldn't take, as the Bible says, you shouldn't take pearls and cast it to swine, lest they trample them underfoot. So a lot of people out there who like to take people's stuff, they don't really appreciate it and fundamentally, and that's why you have a lot of these companies that exist out here. Use a lot of artists, but never want to pay them their just due. Like you see a lot of people that do rights for sitcoms. A lot of dark skinned people who are very quirky, very intelligent writers. I would posit that these people are the same ones who make a lot of these movies, like a lot of movies that you would never expect to be written by dark skinned people, are written by them, and they're the reason why a lot of these movies do well in the box office. Take that to the bank. I know because I've been in those situations myself, so you know that there's a lot of things that people do in the background that is shoved aside. Like we don't do anything, we're too dumb, to make any changes anywhere. And anybody who knows where we are and where we work know that that's not true. It's fake news, and they're just trying to use us to just get what they want, just trying to use us to get ahead. And that's kind of what happens everywhere. Tech companies, in entertainment, sports, everywhere, man. We're used to make the world go round, but we're not compensated fairly. So that's like an ongoing issue for people who look like me, and it's unfortunate, right? And a lot of times, sometimes it's people that look like you that put you in that position. So yeah, it's a kind of ongoing issue. It needs to be resolved. Just trusting God that everything will work out. So yeah, I love doing art pieces. I learned how to do all these things right from when I was a kid. I learned how to make things look good, even if I don't necessarily have a reference. But I do have a rough idea how to make things look presentable and look catchy. You look at this now, it looks like real water, doesn't it? Well, yeah, I don't have a reference for this, but doesn't mean that someone that has a reference would do badly. They would do awesome, right? And for me, I'm still learning. Like I said, I'm here to learn, so I use references very much so. References are brilliant, and you would do well to stick with using references. All I'm trying to say is just free your mind, free your mind and make sure that you Do not limit yourself thinking that, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that because I don't have this, I don't have that. Or I don't have a mood board, so that means I can't draw. I don't have this, I don't have that, so I can't draw a character. No, you can just need to have some faith in yourself. And I've noticed that some artists who are kind of afraid of drawing, and I can't remember what it was. I found it really strange. They're afraid of drawing without a reference, you know. Find it kind of strange. These guys are brilliant artists. It's like it just shows that in this life everything is learned, nothing is automatic. Even I had to learn how to draw without a reference, even though it probably happened so long ago I barely remember. Because yeah, there was a time when I was struggling, and even till now I think I still struggle with a lot of things when it comes to drawing characters. Right, I need to focus on what I'm gonna do next. So I think I'm gonna focus on doing the hills. I'm gonna switch on my background here again to ensure that I get the hills in the picture. Once I do these hills, I won't need this background anymore. I can delete it. I can just leave it switched off. So I believe the hill should be behind is the river. Hmm, strange. Okay, so need to just do a few preliminary checks. Good. So I'm gonna make my hills. Link here one at hotel, make them separate. If the software will let me do it sometime this century. So hill one. I believe this should be default layout, so it should be good hopefully. For the trees. So what I'm talking about basically is that when I'm trying to color, my trees are on a different kind of blend mode. If I take it off that blend mode to not allow anything to show through from behind them, it doesn't look as sharp as they do now. So that's the reason why I don't want to use default blend mode. I'm sticking with the blend mode that the green for the trees are on. Sticking with that, and I have to draw around it. But I should be able to draw behind the river. I believe the river should be on a default layer, so we shouldn't have any issues hiding what is behind it. So hopefully, I should have no issue with the river. But it's not that big of a problem, to be honest. The river is actually the easier part to draw over. If the river wasn't done properly, I wouldn't be as pressed, to be fair. So yeah. So another thing I could think about is after I finish this on this live, hopefully today, I should be done with this piece and I can move on to something else. Like I said, I'm undecided as to what I'm going to do next. So if I don't have a decision, I may not do any lives tomorrow. But yeah, because I want to do something a bit off the wall, something different, not super art related, but not like me drawing anything, just art related in the sense of just general stuff, because art is all encompassing, right? So I have art in gaming, I have art in movies, so I talk about a lot of different things on my channel. A lot of things that you probably look at and think, wow, this has no relation to drawing. I get it. That's just how I roll. Everyone's different, right? So I'm kind of different, and I don't really apologize for that. Because yeah, you have one life to live. God has given you to live, so you have to make sure that you make the best of it. That's what I'm doing here, or trying to do. And it's an everyday journey. Any queries you have, please put in my chats. Let me know how you feel about anything, and yeah, that'll be nice. Also want to say my name is Yazat. I'm an artist and author. If you're just joining the channel, I really hope you are enjoying the viewing experience. I hope everything is great with you, and I am going to try and select a new color. I should continue to introduce myself. I have a website called yazat.me, which is yazart.me. It goes yazart.me. Please feel free to go on there to pick up my novel. It's called Drummerland. It's a great piece of work. I'm sure you'd love it. It's not for kids. It's a horror novel. So if you like horror, please pick it up. If it's your first horror novel, tell me what you think about it. And download it as an ebook on the website. It's available there in a very nice, beautifully designed order process, which I'm sure you'd appreciate. It should show you your different prices in whichever part of the world you're in, ideally. Also, I have a music album called The 12 Tribes of Your Traveler. It's available for your viewing pleasure as a download for a fee. You're very free to do so. Tell me what you think about it. To give it a listen as well. An audio. I have an audio software, an audio player on their website. You can use to play it. That's the whole thing. It's not a snippet. The whole thing is on there. You can play. You can literally play the whole thing and see, you know, and see how much you love it, and then you can download it for a fee. So this will be very very helpful to me. I would really love for you to do that, and I hope that you enjoyed the content. I've got merchandise on there with t-shirts, uh, tote bags, blankets, canvas, pins, mugs, all sorts of things. Once you click it, it goes to the vendor site, so you can just go there and just have a great time. Just finding what you want, finding what you love. I've also got stationery as well. I have beautifully designed books, which I'm sure you or your partner will love. You can also send it for your children as well. I buy them for my children all the time. Um, I actually have plans to even get some more. So maybe when I do, I'll probably put them on. Um, I'll put it on my slideshow, and you can see them. I need to update my slideshow, but yeah, so I'll put my slideshow, my intermission. So basically, feel free to go on the site. It's all there for you to see anyway. All the books, everything is on there for you to view. Feel free to go on there, see what you like, buy what you like, and support me. That would be nice. I really appreciate that. I want to say thanks in advance that you do that. Please feel free to send me a chat as well. Feel free to follow me. I'm not allergic to be followed. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to do anything bad to you. Just follow me because I would really, really appreciate it. Really appreciate your follow. That would be really, really cool. Right, so I think I'm gonna use a different brush for doing this and see if that works. I don't think I want to use, yeah, because it's far away. It's far away. I'm not too concerned about certain details. Focus on what I need to achieve. So I'm gonna use my concept agita brush, just what it's called in Horror Painter, which is what I'm using. Horror Painter is not free software, but does the job, and I'm sure you'd love other software like it if you so choose. Key thing is to find the software that you love and get it. I'm gonna check again and make sure I'm in the right place. Right layer. I'm on the right layer. Very good. I'm going to increase my brush size temporarily. This could be darker, to be fair. Uh, yeah, not go to the edges yet. Go to the edges with when it's smaller. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do the top. Yeah, I'll do. Maybe I'll jump in and do the other heel, and then I can just switch everything off, and I'm good with that forever. I'm going to reduce my brush size. In this software, I use square brackets to increase it or reduce it. Yeah, this could be darker, to be fair. Let me see what it looks like from far. Mm. Yes, I don't want it super dark though. I think that's okay. I was thinking about using opacity, but I don't think opacity would be good. I need to draw the sky behind it. So might not be a good shout. When I'm drawing this far away hill or this place and go from there. Okay. Um, Let me go to the next one. Go straight in to the next one. See how that goes. Okay, let's check in to make sure that this saves correctly. I'm free. I'm free as a bird. Free as a boy. Let's see. Alright, so let me do another heals. Let's call it heals. Heals and heals one. Other than heals one, heals two, but still it's not the end of the world. So let's go there. And I'm gonna go for a lighter shade. Much lighter shade. It's not kind of what I wanted. It's like make it different. Yeah, it's better. Much better. In the right place. I believe I am. So I can do this. And the rest of it I can just make sky. This should be behind hills. Those are hills. Advice. Let me just do this. Get it done. Sharpish. Maybe a bit too light, but we'll see. Oh, let's try that again. No. Okay, so I'm coloring this hill using my something called the concept art jitter brush. If you happen to be a big user of Oral Painter, should be there. I like mixing different. You can use any brush you like. I don't have any set uh, brush I'm using. I'm just using whatever makes sense. You guys don't have to be tied to anything. My point is that you use any brush you want, as long as it suits you. Play around with your brushes and try and figure out which brush you like. Another message I have is for traditional artists who think all they can do digital art. And I believe you can if you so choose, because as you can see, if I can do this with very little effort, God empowers me to do, I'm pretty sure you can. Because, I'm not the best of the best, just a regular Joe out there who just decided to make art content for a living and just trying to share that with the world. And I would really love for you to understand this so you can stop doubting yourself and your get your mouse out. That's what you have. Get your art software, install it on your PC or your Mac. You got your set up your palette, set up your not even set up your palette, set up your canvas, tell your DPI, set up your size, select your brush of choice, select your color. You're going to start with your line art, and you just go with black. Just drag on the color color picker and then just go to the black section. When you see if you have hex showing for your software, and you would see 0000000. If it's white, and it's going to be all F's. So anything between these is how you get your colors. I know a few of them, but I'm not going to bore you with those. The key thing for you to know is like, if I can do it, you can do it. You can, if you need to, you can literally import your art into your software. You can scan your art into your computer. Use your levels to get rid of artifacts. Import it, export scan as a TIFF file. That's the best. That's the best format for grayscale images, if you ask me. I do believe that most, if not all, scanning software save as TIFF files. If they don't, so they give you the options. Always select TIFF if you can. TIFF though is like I believe it's uncompressed, so it's going to be a bit of a high. Going to have a high memory usage or a high disk usage. It's going to have higher disk usage than a regular JPEG or a PNG file. PNG is also really good as well, but for grayscale images, I would strongly suggest you use TIFF. That's my own advice. I take that to the bank. So when you do that, then you use your levels. You apply a filter, whichever software you're using. Apply a filter. Use your levels and adjust to remove all your artifacts. There's some software that enables you to change your whites into transparent. So if you don't know which software do that, please Google, find the one that does it, find how to do it. Or if you can, no, you'll not do it yourself, but yeah, the best way to do this yourself, if your line art is clean enough, you can select your line art with. If you've done the best job, or if your line art is clean enough, you can select it with the Magic Wand tool. Magic Wand tool is a sort of tool that enables you to select aspects of your drawing. So when you click a particular pixel, a particular color on your drawing, it will select that color. So you take it and you select. You can actually click the white space, and then you can invert the selection to select your line art. And you can delete the whites section of your art. And it's a bit complicated, but if you want to, you have a rough idea of how it's done here. I'm telling you. So if you go online, you probably recognize some of the steps I'm telling you there. So when you select with your Magic Wand tool, Magic Wand tool will select your line art. If your line art is clear enough, you should select everything. And then you invert the selection to select your line art. If you clicked the white space, if you click the white in your drawing to select the whites, then it's gonna delineate your line art. And once you click to invert the selection, it will now have your line art on a different section than the whites. Then you go on and delete the whites. The only issue I have with using this method sometimes that it's not the cleanest. It doesn't always select everything. When it does select everything, it's not every section is going to be clean in removing all your white space. But at the end of the day, if you want something like that, you can do it. Just to know it can be done. If you absolutely need it, I use it all the time. I'm happy with my results. I can just go in and clean things up as needed, and it's done the majority of the work for me. But when you have with the advent of AI nowadays, you can change things, and some software have had those capabilities for even before the popularity of modern day AI. They've been able to do stuff like this for quite a while. So you just need to go on Google, search for software that can change white space to transparent. And now you have your line art. You can put it on anything, and on his own. Is on his own. It's not doesn't have any white background or anything obscuring anything. It's just literally on its own. You can go in and you can use your fill colors. You can lock your characters and you can go on and render them and so on. That's like you see me do here. If you're not really sure what I've done in this live, you can go through the previous chapters of this presentation and watch what we've been doing. You have a good idea what's been done. Right now, I believe I'm going to draw the sky, and I believe I'll wrap this up. So just making a new layer. Going to let me do so. I'm going to call it sky. Right, sky. Sky is a very good way to revolutionize your drawing if you know what you're doing. So sky is mostly obscured in this, so not too much for me to do with it. But I left some space here. I don't have no greenery on this section, so I will be hopefully having some sky peeking through. Maybe offline I can just go ham and just like do some shading on the trees and stuff for the light source coming from the right side. From the east I believe it is, so I can make it such that the characters are all affected, everything's affected by that light source. And maybe I'll do that. Sometimes I always tell you guys I'm not too concerned sometimes about light sources, but sometimes I do. If I feel the need to, then I will. I would change my art piece to something else as needed. But for all intents and purposes, I believe this is finished, and you guys have seen what I've done, and you guys can see that it can be done. You can definitely do this for yourself, and you can see it's more or less done now. Just need to draw the sky, and it's not going to take me long. I'm not going to do much gradation because I'm not going to really see very much of the sky, so you don't need for me to do too much here. I'm just gonna select what I want, and that's gonna be this color. I think that's fairly tame. It looks fairly tame. By the way, I can switch off my line art now. I don't need it anymore. So line art should be gone. Be gone. I'm gonna stick to what I'm doing here. Right, I think I might go a bit lighter. Do I go lighter? Maybe should I just try it and see how it goes? But all of the colors here are really, really dark, and some of them I didn't wish to go that dark. But it is what it is. I check. Yeah, sky is a lot more muted than this. I just looked out my window. And that's why I tell you references are important. So I think I'll go a bit lighter. This. Let me save. Oh god, this is not crashing going on. We've had this smooth sailing since the last one. Yeah, it's cool. Let me go a bit lighter. That's really light. I don't know if that's a bit too light. Hard to see, but I think I'll go with that one instead. I can live with that one. Yeah, I'm gonna increase my brush size and make it nice and quick. That looks about done now. Right, so yay, thank God. All right, this art piece looks like it's done now. So it's been a labor of love. It's been almost two working weeks, 1 days, and we got to the end. You know, it's always good to persevere. You never know how things are gonna shake out. You know, whenever you work on something, and I hope that this will come out decently and come out well, very well. And in my opinion, it did. I'll have to do some few adjustments afterwards, but other than that, I'm very happy with the results. Hope you guys are happy with it too. If you have any questions about it, let me know. What the color choices will not be most ideal. I get, yeah, it's okay, it's cool. Yeah, so that looks good. That's good, and that is drawing is this presentation has come to a close. The conclusion of this art piece. I really enjoyed having you guys on, for the whole thing. There's nothing else on for me to draw on this now. It's finished, so I have to close up on this a bit early today. I'm not jumping on something else. I do have an idea to follow up on, but I would likely just have to build on that idea and also decide on which software I'm going to use for the next presentation. This has been a great presentation. I really enjoyed you guys being here. I really appreciate you guys going along for the ride. I didn't really talk too much about much today. It's not really I'm going to talk about stuff. You're here for the art, and that's what I'm focusing on. So yeah, so as you can see, our piece is finished. I believe I might do some extra work on this in my own time to get it to maybe just do some other things. Gonna have some other ideas I want to use for this scene. This particular scene itself might be finished. I'm gonna probably just save a copy and just do some other extra stuff with it. Do some like color grading and other things I feel like doing to it. So yeah. I hope you guys are cool. This is Yazat. I'm just an author, and I've been doing this now for close to 2 weeks. Tomorrow will make it 2 weeks. I've been working on this piece, but it's finished now, so it's done. Tomorrow I might be focusing on doing something else. Maybe I might bring something else now, but actually I don't know if I will. I didn't plan for this to finish this quickly, but I didn't have much to do today. I just had to do the mountains at the back and the sun, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, so thank God we got to this point. Thank God it's finished. Looks great. Looks better than I expected it to look. Something that I was kind of like, you know, I was doing it on the fly as to what I'm going to add into the scene and what I'm going to take away. I wasn't initially supposed to have any characters in the scene, but I changed my mind. I was supposed to probably maybe put a car in here, but it's like, man, that's too much stuff. But yeah, it's a bit of a complicated scene, but we got there in the end. You can see the house. It has the windows, the doors, and everything. Have the fence and other things, So this is the kind of stuff you're gonna be expecting to see on this channel. We're gonna have a lot of different challenges. I'm also using this as a learning experience for myself, not just teaching. I do love to teach, don't get me wrong, but I also like to learn. Like I love learning, and I think every day is a learning experience. So I learned a lot doing this piece with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys have yourselves a great day. My name is Yazat, as an author. I have a website called yazat.me, which is yazart.me. Please feel free to go on there to get my novel. It's called the Drummerland Saga. I have other books coming out soon, so keep an eye out for that. I'll probably do some stuff on my lives in the near future for those. I also have a music album which is called the 12 Tracks of Yasharallah. It's out now, and you're free to download it for a fee. It's great listening. Feel free to listen to it as well if you choose to on the website. We've got also merch on the website where I sell books. Yeah, there's books as well for the merch. I sell books on the merch. I sell canvas, pins, mugs, t-shirts, phone cases, all sorts, tote bags, pillowcases, blankets, all sorts of things. Go on there and see what you like, and they're all set to competitive prices. So I'm sure you'll be able to find something that fits your budget. So hope you also go and do that as well. That'd be brilliant. We've got stationery on the website as well. Beautifully designed stationery where you can buy them for yourself, buy them for your partner, buy them for your kids, buy them for your wife and husband. Get them get them on the website. We redirect you to Amazon to purchase them. Thank you so much and I hope that you guys will support me and you guys will follow me, like my lives, share my lives as well. I mean, anything you think would be helpful in the comments section, and give me that chat, and I'll give you what it is I can. Hope you guys are cool, and I'm very grateful to have you guys here. Hope you guys have a great morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are. You all take it easy. See ya. Bye.